Everybody's got a Huntington gene sitting on chromosome number 4. But 1 in 20,000 have a mutation that we can't ignore. That may not sound like very many, but if it's you, the news might knock you on the floor.
Thank you.
And I got the HD blues, and my life feels kind of rough. Oh, I got the HD blues, and you can tell I've had enough. For me, baby, I won't ever give up. You might see me moving in a way that don't make sense, or I might not want to talk with you, 'cause my depression's so intense. When it starts hitting me from all sides like that, weight I carry feels immense. That's why I got the HD blues, and my life feels kind of rough. Please don't ever give up. A bright side of HD exists. I'd love to help you move that piano to the third floor, Jerry, but big cocaine, trying to get more people to talk about it. Gary, no.
Dr. Cynthia Reed will kick things off for us. We just want to, say a few words before we actually get going. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out, everyone that took the time to help get this all coordinated. Today's kind of a tough day. We're having a bad day today. It took a lot of work for us to get this going. And to have Chris here, the kid's father, the kids out here, everybody affected by HD. It's just such an emotional, and I apologize again, time for myself, for my family, for Monica, for Ruth, for Maggie, for anyone that's affected by this god-awful disease. We have so many wonderful raffle prizes, so as you get back from the walk, please feel free to buy some tickets. We have an awesome U of A basketball autographed by Coach Sean Miller and the entire team. Again, thank you to Dr. Cynthia Reed for coming out. Thank you, Three Amigos, for all your hard work. Monica, you're such a hustler. Maggie, Ruth, my mom, Ernestine, Pete, for all his baking. I can't name everyone. There's just so many people that have contributed so much, and if I could just express in words my extreme gratitude, thank you. And I'm going to hand over to Dr. Reed so she can say a few words and we can get this thing going, okay?
Good morning. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update. Just a couple weeks ago, there was a conference in Europe, and a lot of the top people got together, and this is some information from that conference on some of the things that are just coming out. There's some medications and some treatments that are just going to be started in humans coming up shortly. There's 5 different ones. One of them is a medication called pridopidine. See, I can't even say it right yet. It's also called Huntington, and there's a PRIDE HD study that's going to be enrolling patients to try this medication. And basically, this medication is to try and help the movements of Huntington disease. The second one is a medication that's already used in multiple sclerosis, so we know it's safe. They just want to see if it will work with Huntington's. It's called laquinimod, and that's a medication to try and reduce the inflammation that happens in the brain that contributes to the problems from Huntington disease. So that study, Legato, is going to be starting soon. There's another one, another treatment that's different from medications. It's called deep brain stimulation. It's already used for tremors and Parkinson's disease, and they're going to be starting that in a small trial to see how it can help the Huntington patients also. That would be more for the movement treatment. The fourth thing is a group, actually a couple different medications called phosphodiesterase 10 inhibitors, so PDE10 inhibitors. There's 2 different companies that each have one of those types of medications. Those medications are designed to improve the connections between the brain cells. In Huntington disease, those connections are lost, and this is to help improve those connections so that the nerve cells are working better. The final one is one that we've been talking about for a while. It's a medication that they're going to call ASO Huntington RX. ASO are antisense oligonucleotides. Big word, but what it's trying to do is block the Huntington protein that is bad for the brain and that builds up because of the genetic change in the Huntington brain. That medication, they're going to be starting just in the next couple months, beginning of 2015. And the way that they are going to give that medication, instead of being a pill like the other medications, it is going to be delivered in the brain and spinal fluid. So they call it intrathecal. Basically, if anybody here got an epidural when they gave birth to a baby, same method. It's the same method that's been used for cancer treatments for 20 years. So the method's okay. They just want to check and make sure that the drug is safe. And in animal models, it's actually helped to slow down and reverse some of the Huntington symptoms. So all those 5 treatments are things that are coming out now to try and help Huntington disease. So it's a very hopeful time, and I just want to thank you all for coming out today to support this, and let's get it started.
All right, you guys ready? So where's Evelyn at? We need to get everybody lined up. Where do you want them, Evelyn? Evelyn's waving her hand. That's where everybody's going to start. Follow Evelyn.
We've got excuses, folks, can't resist. If we can laugh at ourselves and know our words not changed, many of our fears will soon desist. But we still got the HD blues, and our lives feel kind of rough. Oh, we've got the HD blues, and you can tell we've had enough. Though there ain't no cure yet for us, baby, we won't ever give up. Blues. We've got the HD blues. We've got the HD blues. And we know it's hard for everyone we embrace. So don't ever, 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 ever give up on us. No, 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 no. 'Cause we got the HD blues. Everybody's got a Huntington gene sitting on chromosome number 4. But 1 in 20,000 have a mutation that we can't ignore. That may not sound like very many, but if it's you, the news might knock you on the floor. And I got the HD blues, and my life feels kinda rough. Oh, I got the HD blues, and you can tell I've had enough. Cure yet for me, baby, I won't ever, ever give up. You might see me moving in a way that don't make sense. When it starts hitting me from all sides like that, weight I carry feels immense. That's why I got the HD blues, and my life feels kinda rough. Oh, I got the HD blues, and you can tell I've had enough. For me, baby, please don't ever, ever give up. Though at first glance you might not believe it, a bright side of HD exists. It's true. You might find yourself in situations like these. I'd love to help you move that piano to the 3rd floor, Jimmy, but my HD's acting up today. Or, no, sir, officer, I am not drunk. I suffer from a genetic progressive neurodegenerative disease causing gradual deterioration of movement, cognitive function, emotional control, blurring the social boundaries, and inherited an autosomal dominant pattern. Are we good? We've got excuses, folks, can't resist. If we can laugh at ourselves and know our worth's not changed, many of our fears will soon desist. But we still got the HD blues, and our lives feel kinda rough. Blues, and you can tell we've had enough. Though there ain't no cure yet for us, baby, we won't ever, ever give up. We've got the HD blues.
Monica is new this year on the board of directors. director, so I wanted to give her a moment to come up here and speak, so if I could just get your attention. She just wants to give you all a nice thank you, okay?
Thank you, everybody, for coming, and let's pray for a cure. Thank you, everybody.
All right, let's don't forget the raffles. We're going to keep them going for about another 30 minutes before we start raffling off. We have the basketball. The table in the back is $3 each, 2 for $5. We have the dollar raffles in the front row, the longer table, $1 each, 6 for $5, or an arm's length for $10. And then, of course, the 50-50 raffle, which is also $1, 6 for $5, or an arm's length for $10. And then there's a bunch of goodies over here, so please, there's tons. Come help yourselves. Water under the tree and Gatorades. And thank you all again for coming out. I'm sorry, and let me introduce one more person. I apologize. Joan Jarvis is our social worker for the Huntington's Disease Society, so she's going to say a few words, okay?
Very few. I just want you to know, if you do need to get in touch with a social worker to know what to do about Huntington disease, or someone you know that has it, my cards are on the table up front where the information about Huntington's is, and I have some in my pocket. I just want you to be able to have a way to get help if you need it. Thank you.
We've got the HD blues. We've got the HD blues. It looks different in each case, and we know it's hard for everyone we embrace. So don't ever give up on us. No, 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 no. 'Cause we got the HD blues.
All right, the first one we have. These are the blue tickets, is what we're calling first. The blue tickets. The first one is a potted succulents. All right, ticket number 349-1204. Yep. Both of them, yeah. Take the whole box. All right, next one. $25 gift card to the Mandarin Girl. Whoever wins it has to take me to lunch. All right, 312-2816. 312-2816. There we go, winner.
Hey, winner, chicken dinner.
Golden Corral, 2 buffet and a drink certificate.
Close your eyes.
All right, ticket number 349-1282. 312-2678. You almost lost it, dude. All right, next one. It is a gift certificate for 1 interior or exterior detail for Metro Car Wash. All right, ticket number 312-2395.
I got it. Oh, bummer. Where? To the lady there.
All right. Next one. Michas, $25 gift card. 349-1227. All right, she's taking us to lunch. Don't give me all of them. Then you're not going to win nothing else. We'll see.
Is that what you said for? Yeah. We have 4 different shirts. Now I'm wearing it. And they... So we have 4 shirts. 4 of the DDP t-shirts. Look at what I'm wearing.
All right, so we have 4 of these t-shirts, and she's wearing it.
first one. Who's the model?
I don't have them.
First one, 349-1316. All right, next tickets are the red. Red tickets, get your red tickets out. All right, PRP Wine International. 2 certificates, and there's only 2 tickets. 525-8747. All right, the other one, 525-8734. Wine party at her house. All right, next one is for Massage Envy, a 1-hour custom massage. All right, ticket number 525-8770.
All right.
All right, we have 2 prints from Diana Medeiros. 525-8759.
Killing me, man. Killing me.
All right,
Mom, can you pick a winning one for us?
with her.
I would want to win a painting now.
Oh, you lost them.
All right, this next one's going to be to Desert Sports and Fitness. 525-8826.
Yay!
All right, so this little guy doesn't know what he's reading, so he's going to pick the ticket for the basketball.
Oh, no!
Without the granola in his head.
Come on. Pick mine. Pick my number. Pick my number. Pick that water. Pick that water. Say the number really slow so everyone can get.
All right, 525-8790. 525-8790.
Of course it's a Broncos.
Look what I found.
It's all about the Cowboys.
All right, the 50-50 came out to $115.50. That's what you'll win. All right, 50-50, 177-2147.
All right.
Thank you, everybody who contributed. Thank you all for coming out.